guys. So this week I thought I would do something a little bit different, and I thought I would do a little bit of a vlog sort of thing so that you can kind of come behind the scenes with me and see what I do day to day, working on Yummy Cats, working on Frizzy Bee. So I've got a lot of things going on, on the daily. So today's actually Tuesday, so it's August 6th. I should know the date, but I don't because it is what it is. So today's Tuesday, and yesterday basically I was working on a lot of the social media stuff, just making sure I got some posts out about the giveaway because that's going to be ending on Saturday. And then I'll be announcing the winners on Sunday, the 11th. So yeah, just wanting to let people know that that's out there, and then also talking about the Kickstarter that I'm really excited about. We're about 17% funded so far, and so hopefully through the next couple of months we'll get what we need and we can get these plushies put into production. So anyways, so yeah, yesterday did a lot of that kind of thing, just going in, making sure I responded to everybody. So it was a little bit more of an admin sort of day, and so not as much to show you guys. So Tuesday, today, I ended up working on some orders. So I had my collaboration with Brooke Caroline Burke, the party princess of YouTube, and we're talking about our giveaway that we're doing. And so basically through her announcing the Yummy Cats, I have gotten some orders, lots of sprinkles that needed to be made. And so yeah, I've got about 4 orders that I've been working on. I've got 3 full-size sprinkles that I needed to make. I've got 2 kitten sprinkles, a kitten cocoa, a couple of Mr. Crumble cookies, and a Cheeky the cherry topping pal. So yesterday I did finish Cheeky. So here's Cheeky. Isn't she cute? Hello. So she's the perfect cherry to go on top of a Yummy Cat. And then I already have the baby cocos made. So that was one that I didn't have to make at this point. I already have the Mr. Crumble cookie pals that are packed and ready to go. And then over the weekend on Sunday, actually, we went over to Seaside, which was lovely. But on the ride there, because it takes us about like 2.5 hours or so to get there, 2.5. Normally I get car sick, so I wouldn't want to do anything that would cause that, but I had orders coming in and I wanted to make sure that I could actually get those out. So I crocheted and I didn't get sick, luckily. If it got too windy, I just took a pause and waited until it was a little less windy rose action. But I managed to actually get 2 of the big sprinkles finished. So they got all their sprinkles and everything, but they just needed their Patty the party hats. So those I'm still working on. I've got the 2 bodies of the patties done with their little faces. I just have to do the embroidery, not embroidery, what do you call it? It's not embroidery. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's elastic. I need to sew the elastic bands in, and then I can sew the bottom part on there as well, and that way we can just have them be attached to sprinkle. And then today I went ahead and made the pieces for another sprinkle, another big sprinkle. I've got 2 baby kitten sprinkles that I'm working on. They just need their ears and they need their little candle tails as well as their little hats.
sure that part is placed, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here Mama was baby sprinkle. Ah, there. I'll go back to my table now. I'm covered. I'm covered. Oh. Whoa. I'm good. Got a hole in me. I need to be stuffed. Coco's watching you.
Mm-hmm.
Ow!
Hi, Coco.
How about you should make a video of me like acting with them and you doing the voices.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody ordered baby Coco.
Am I gonna get taken?
Mm-hmm. Somebody ordered a baby Coco and a baby
Are
Sprinkle.
you gonna put me in there?
Yes, but baby Sprinkle
Me?
will be going with you.
Exactly me.
You and one of these little baby Sprinkles. So you'll have a pal to travel with.
Go. Let me try and come on.
Pretty sure that's gonna cover the.
Looks like it. I don't know.
Looks like a witch's hat.
No, don't. You already started.
Do you want to say hi?
Hi. My nail fell off, by the way, right here.
Aw.
And I lost another one.
Casualties.
Jamaican.
I just finished 2 Sprinkle kitten bodies, but we need ears and we need their candle tails, and then we'll need to finish up their little hats as well.
They can't wiggle their booty without their tails.
No, oh, well they can, but they're a little bare. They need their candle tails, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna work on next. This is my helper. Huh.
I need my daughter to be the girl. Hello. Mama. Yeah. Yeah. Mama, I can't hear you.
For the little girl kittens, I haven't been doing the faces on them because look how tiny they are, guys. Like, they're really hard. It would be really hard to get that kind of detail in there. So I've just been making them as just little party hats for them. Yeah, just for a little bit of making it a little easier. I could do the sprinkle or the little green spots on there. So let me know what you guys think in the comments if I should be adding anything to these. But they're so little, you know. So that I've been working on that. I've got the ears ready to go for the most part. Just finishing up the last one, and then I can get those on there. So yeah, I think I'm almost done with the stuff that I have on order. And then I'll be packing them up later on, hopefully in this video. So yeah, come on with me, and I'm going to be working on these guys with you and hanging out on Discord. I'm over on Patreon for Frizzy Bee, so I've got my Discord gals up here, and I've been chatting with them while I've been crocheting just to have some company, and as always sipping on my coffee because I always like to stay hydrated with my caffeine. It's terrible. I'm so terrible, you guys. Anyways, let's get back to work. Got you guys. Merlin. No. Oh my god. Did you see this guy? Funny. Did you get the yarn on you, honey? Did you get the yarn? Oh my gosh. So funny. Hello guys, today is Wednesday and I have a lot that I need to get done today. So hopefully I can get as much done as I need to. I'm still working on the last of the Sprinkle plushie cats for one of the orders that I got this week. So I had 4 orders and I've got everything except for one regular Sprinkle finish. And then I need to pack everything up to ship out for my new customers. And then finally, I also really need to get this done because tomorrow I am going to be going live. I do my every Thursday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I go on and I chit chat and I crochet and I sip on my coffee. So if you haven't joined in for that, please do so. Those are lots of fun. And then I'll chit chat and we'll work on something together. But what I promised that I'd work on tomorrow is this giant sprinkle that I started last week. I got the head down to the part where I need to attach all of the details. And so that I need to get done today. I did do Patty, which is the party hat for Sprinkle. So I made Patty, but what I'm not too sure about, so she's pretty good size. What I'm not too sure about is her pom-pom. So I actually got a color that is closer to what the original Patty looks like. So see how it's like a more vibrant blue tone? I might make another pom-pom today and the other one and see which one looks better. Because I'm not 100% happy with this one, but I mean, it's still really cute. Look how big it is. It's like, it covers like the whole head. It actually covers, I think it covers one of the baby ones in its entirety. So here's a kitten. It's like, it's only not going up because I have a bunch of stuff in there that I haven't actually done anything with. But like, it's like, hello. It's like a witch's hat. So cute. Anyway, so yeah, so I want to get everything put together. I actually need to sew that inner lining that I've told you guys about, if you've been following along. So I need to make the inner lining on a sewing machine, and then just get it almost finished so I can stuff it, but I have to put it inside of the cat first, stuff it, then hand sew the last bit of it closed. And so, yeah, I want to try to get all of the things ready to go. And so tomorrow when I go live, it'll just be a matter of really assembling Sprinkle and then revealing what she looks like enormous. So that'll be the goal, for tomorrow. So I'm going to take you along with me today as I pack orders and finish up the last Sprinkle and then also work on that giant one. So wish me luck. Come on, let's go. Okay, so it's just about noon on Wednesday, and so far I haven't even crocheted. Today and tomorrow are the last 2 days to back the Kickstarter and get the early bird special, which is a handmade topping palette. It's the gummy bear, and you get to choose which color you want. So for basically the first week of the Kickstarter being launched, I wanted to offer a little fun incentive, and so that's what I have going on. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure that you pop over to the Kickstarter. I'll have that link down below. Make sure that you're backing the $32 and up tiers for the Kickstarter, and then that will allow me to know that, okay, you're gonna get one of these cute little gummy bears. And after the Kickstarter is all completed, and assuming that we are fully funded at that point, I'll send out a survey, and so I'll ask you at that point what color it is that you want. Make sure that I get that for you. So the other thing I was wanting to let people know about was the giveaway. So the giveaway for one of these little Sprinkles is going to be ending on Saturday. So this is Saturday, August 10th, 2024, if you're watching the replay. And I'll be selecting the winner on the 11th, on Sunday, and letting people know who won. So if you haven't gotten your name in the hat for that, make sure that you get over to the Rafflecopter. I'll link that down below as well, and do the fun little things that will get your name in the hat many times. So you have lots of options on how you can get your name in there. So best of luck to whoever's going to win the Sprinkle. Very excited to be hosting this giveaway with Brooke Caroline Burke, who's the party princess of YouTube. So she's been talking about it over on her social media, and I'm over here talking about it on mine. So very excited to be sharing about that. But anyways, so now it's noon and I haven't even crocheted yet. So I have got to get to work, you guys. I made myself a cup of tea. So I've got a decaffeinated chai, and I put a little bit of milk in there. So it's English style, you know, if you will. It's delightful. Got myself some nuts to munch on, and I will be getting to work. So without further ado, let's get crocheting, shall we? Okay, so this is where we're at, and this is the last of the Sprinkles that I have for orders this week. I've already made 2 of the regular size, 2 of the kittens, and then I have the kitten Coco as well. So this is the final one. This was a sale I got over on Etsy, so I do have my Yummy Cats over on Etsy as well. It's, you know, just another way to get them out there, but I obviously would prefer just having my own website, just because there's a lot more control over that. But in the meanwhile, this is going to be for my little customer over on Etsy. So what I need to do, I've already started. So far I've only done the purple though. I did the mouth and I've done the purple Sprinkles. So I need to do the rest of the facial details on Sprinkle before I can actually stuff her and close her up. So rather than actually crocheting, I guess I am kind of just sewing at this point. But Sprinkle's unique in that You know, she's got little eye markings and they're different colors. Her whiskers on both sides are different colors. So she's really fun. She's got a lot of different rainbow sort of vibes, and kind of gives me a little bit of 80s vibes too, because she's got, you know, just different markings on her face, almost like a face paint or something. It's really cute. So anyways, okay, so that's her little eye marking. And then I usually just take my thread here and just keep going around, making additional sprinkles in that same color. And this time I did something I don't normally do. I actually, I sewed the ears on first. So normally what I do is I do all the sprinkles, and then I'll stuff the head, and then I'll go ahead and put the ears on afterwards. So when I'm just assembling everything. But this time around, I thought, let me just try it. I'm going to put the ears on first, and then I'll do all the sprinkle stuff, because, you know, I end up covering a lot of the sprinkles by adding those ears on later. So this way I am not doing that. So it works out well, I think. I'm just trying to find the end. Okay, so I've got 2 ends. So usually what I do is I tie the 2 ends on the inside of the piece, and that way they're secure and they're not going anywhere. Because this yarn, this Bernat blanket yarn, it's actually quite difficult to tie off ends. You can't, especially like with a thinner thread, if you're just sort of like knotting the same kind of yarn and you're tucking that knot onto the inside, that works out just fine. But when you're doing these kinds of details and stuff, you really can't do that, because it's like a cord that's fuzzy. And so it just doesn't work that way for whatever reason. It's too difficult to do it that way. So this is the way that I found works the best when I'm using the acrylic yarn. So this is acrylic, mostly Red Heart Super Saver yarn that I use for the details. But yeah, so that's kind of my process there. All right, so I just make sure I don't go all the way through. And this side is going to have a green marking. And then we will come out somewhere else so we can start on the sprinkles. And then I just kind of usually just check for placement to make sure that I like how it looks, and I do. It's really cute. Okay, they don't have to be exactly even. It's kind of the beauty, right? So it's like Sprinkle just happened to get a little bit of colorful eye markings with her sprinkles. They happen to be right there next to her eyes. So yeah. So I like to do a little bit of sprinkles of every color. And I've been making them a little bit wider usually, and that way once I stuff them, they don't just bury into this fluffy yarn, because they were doing that, and then it was like, oh no, you can't really see the sprinkles as well as I wanted. So this works out much better. Okay, that actually looks like a face. Look at that, you guys, like a nose and 2 eyes. How funny. Not intentional, just came out that way. All right, so now I'm just gonna grab the 2 ends and do the same thing. Tie them off on the inside. Not pulling too tight. I want to make sure that it's tight enough to keep the sprinkles secure, but not so tight that it actually starts warping her face. And then I can snip away the end. If I can find my scissors here. Here we go. I'm just going to tie these 2 off and tuck them in, because they're kind of getting in my way here. And I don't think that I need to tie them off. They're just like the ends from the inside, but just to be sure, I will go ahead and tie those off. And I'm gonna cut them. I think what I'm gonna do with all these loose ends is when I make this giant sprinkle, when I do the inner section, I'm gonna shove all of these scraps in there just to get rid of them, you know, like the scraps. There's so many of them, and you don't really want to waste the yarn. I mean, you can't really use it for anything, but it's just, it creates a good fluff, you know, so why not? All right, so this color I use for her whiskers on this side, and then I will continue on with the sprinkles. So let me just get the whiskers in first, and then we'll come out somewhere else. So there's her little whiskers. So we're just gonna do a few sprinkles with this pretty blue tone. And maybe do one on top here, if I can. I don't know if I'll have enough. We're getting low on our bit here. So, okay, I'm just gonna go down into here and bring it out. And then we'll tie off these blues and work on the next colors. So Sprinkles got all her sprinkles on there. Now she needs to be stuffed, and then I can go ahead and close off that hole at the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and start stuffing her and getting her nice and filled in. Always feels like I'm at Build-A-Bear or something, right? When they stuff all the stuffed animals. Oh, she's cute. She's coming out so cute. I love the face on this one. They all have such different personalities because their faces all look a little different. And they're all equally cute, but they all definitely have their own personalities, which I think is fun. That's kind of the beauty of handmade, right? No two are exactly the same. The pattern is the same, but the placement changes how things look. You know, even the sprinkles in certain spots can change how things look. I always make sure not to put any red ones too close to the eyes because it makes them look angry. But I kind of like having the red and the orange sprinkles in there. I know they're kind of, you know, darker colors versus the pastels and stuff, but just like the little pops of those extra colors just adds to the rainbow sort of look. So yeah, so I always add just a few sprinkles of orange and red. Mostly they're the other colors, but just in case, just so there's a little something. Oh my God, this one's face is so cute. I love it. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's see. Squish test, squish test. Probably could use a little tad more. Do I have any more in my bag? Let's see. I do a little bit. Let's just add a skosh more into a couple of areas here. Just make sure she's all filled out. And okay, it's getting there. That's really feeling nice. All right, so I am gonna go ahead and I'll do this last row here. And then we'll see squish wise how we're doing. sprinkle is to do her candle tail. So I'm gonna do that right now. And she just has the little flicker flame on the top, which is done in this really pretty vibrant yellow tone. And then I switch the color to the white, which is the base of the candle. And then we'll stitch that on, and then this one will be done except for her patty. She still needs her patty, so I do need to make patties still for this one. I finished all 4 of the other patties, the 2 big and the 2 smaller ones. And the smaller patties for the little kittens, this time around I actually did the little spots on them, and I don't, like didn't normally, but I thought that it might be nice to add that little pop of green. So I went ahead and added those little spots on the baby patties. So the only thing I don't add to them are the eyes, because they're so small. I probably could embroider the eyes, but you know, with the safety eyes, I do have some really tiny ones, but I'm just worried that they would just pull through, and just for safety reasons, I didn't want to take that chance. So I just went ahead and omitted the eyes on the little tiny ones, and just made them little party hats. So, all right. I really need to ball this white yarn. This yarn is like a monstrosity down here, but I think I've got a good handle on the end here, so let's go ahead and change colors. And one thing you can do when you change colors, which actually makes less of a jump, is that first stitch after you've changed color, do that as a slip stitch, just like that. So that way it builds slowly into this next color rather than it jumping. And then you'll just keep crocheting, you know, single crochets around as usual, or whatever the pattern calls for. Just make that first initial stitch, which is usually the single crochet, just turn that into a slip stitch. And then you'll see that there's really not a jump. So that's where we're at. Now I'm just gonna single crochet all the way around several times until we get the length of candle that I want. Okay, so we finished the tail. Now we need to just stitch her on there. Oops. Sometimes with this yarn, it will, if you just start pulling on the end, it unravels, and you'll see that there's the cord I was telling you about, and it just kind of starts to unravel. So that is why it doesn't do that though, like as it's crocheted into something, it's only on that little end. So that's why you got to tie the ends off so that you don't end up having anything unravel on you. So with this, I usually go across and I make it flat. So it's just 4 around, so I just make it flat like that. Then I get my sprinkle. So this sprinkle is a little different because she's like looking a little bit bashful. You can see she's a little sideways, but I think it's really darling myself. She's like, oh, hello. So we're gonna put her candle tail up. So we're gonna check on it on the front and see where it's at. And that looks like it's around the center. Okay. And then we'll start whip stitching down. And we got a little blue sprinkle here. Try not to cover that. So we want to keep the sprinkles as many as we can, as visible as possible. And with the tails, I take additional stitches just to really make sure they're tacked down to the body. But I leave the top part unfastened, especially with the candle one, because I want it to look like she has a birthday candle on her head. But we're keeping it as her tail, and that just gives it a little something unique for sprinkle. So I just make sure I've got everything tacked down. I don't want any surprises here. Just tack them all the way down here on the base. I may start, I don't know yet. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. But so in the plushie one that I'm doing for Kickstarter, I decided that I wanted to make the tail have a pink striping that goes around it, just kind of like a birthday candle, which I did not do on these plushie ones. And I could alter, you know, going like every other row doing pink to give it sort of a striped appearance, or I could even do a chain and have that go around. I haven't decided yet how I'd want that to look. But let me know what you guys think. Do you like to keep it, for the plushies that are handmade, do you like it just to be a white tail like that? Or do you think I should try to add that pink in there? Let me know. So maybe we could have the volume 2 of Sprinkles. So when they come out, they'll just have every other one in pink. I think it would be kind of difficult to do on these little guys. I might just do a couple little stitch acrosses since they're already tacked down to the body, because they're just so tiny, you know. Hello. That's always the voice I do for Sprinkle. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, especially for the kitten. Such fun, such fun. All right, here we go. Where's the end? Here's the end. Okay, got it. All right, so the tail's nice and secure, and I'll just tie that guy off, and she looks so cute. So the last part for this one, and the last thing needed to finish up these orders for this week, is Patty the party hat. I need to do the regular size Patty for this Sprinkle that we just finished, and then it'll be boxing everything up and getting them ready to go to their new homes. So I was working on the giant Sprinkle while my kids were at the gymnastics class, and so I got the feet done and I got the ears done. So here I am putting the little pins in and getting ready to cut the fabric for the giant Sprinkles inner lining. So this week during the live that I actually just had today, we finished Sprinkle, the giant Sprinkle, but here I am just cutting out. I needed to cut out 6 different panels, so I folded it in half and did 2 together. So I had to do 3 cuts, and now I am sewing them down together, and I have that sheer look of utter concentration because I don't want to mess up. I'm not the best at sewing, I will admit, but I do my best, and luckily it's an inner lining, so if I mess up, it's not a big deal. But it actually worked out pretty quick, and I got it done, you know, before I had my me time at night, and it worked out really well, and it's now inside of the giant Sprinkle. So I got all 4 of the orders from this week packed and shipped out today. So I had to tie on all of the color changing spoons here and make the bows just right, and that's what I'm doing. It's so much faster as I zoom through it here, but it does take me quite some time. I try to make it as close to perfect as I can, being the perfectionist self that I am, but yeah, I do my best. And these ones have the little taster spoons of different colors for the little kittens. So here it is, Sprinkles. Now we have the baby Coco here. So Coco's getting his little spoon on top and getting his little bow. So these make really great gifts, which is lots of fun to unwrap. You get the little spoons with your little present inside, and then inside of the box I put all of those extra stickers and goodies that come with them. And so here I am at the post office and getting all the packages on the counter, going to their forever homes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Thanks, guys.